Today I effed up by eating a homemade family-sized lasagna for every meal over 2 days. I've made a terrible mistake and learned a valuable lesson. Allow me to walk you through the last 3 days of hell. My housemate went on holiday Tuesday morning, leaving me alone for the week. I don't often get time alone, so I planned my time around working a little each day, then playing games for the rest of the day. About 12 p.m. and several joints, I was getting hungry and had an amazing idea. I was gonna make a massive homemade lasagna and eat it over the course of the week. At this point I had no idea what it would do to my body, and if future me could talk to the me from Tuesday, I would have warned him. Day 1, Tuesday morning. So I get all the stuff and spend an hour or so making a massive 7-layer lasagna with nearly a whole block of cheese, several tins of tomatoes and a layer of applesauce in the middle to give it a sweet tang. It was enough to feed 10 peoole easily. It smelt so good. Tuesday lunchtime. Portion 1. I fried some chips, fries and garlic bread and sat down to eat. It was amazing. I was so thrilled, it turned out great. Tuesday's evening. Portion 2. Still just as delicious, even better maybe after letting it sit for a few hours. Nothing brewing in my body yet, it was the calm before the storm. Tuesday midnight. Portion 3. I believe this was my first mistake. I had been smoking a few joints and watching AVGN on YouTube, and all of a sudden I remember that I made a massive lasagna. I tried to resist, but my stoner brain only lasted about 5 minutes before I had more and cooked some midnight garlic bread to go with it. It still tasted good. After eating I noticed I was starting to get acid relax. I took an lansoprazole and tried to sleep. Wednesday morning. Portion 4. I woke up and my stomach was grumbling, so I went and plated up another helping of lasagna. It tasted okay, not as delicious as my previous 3 helpings, but I put that down to it being early and I had just woken up. It's at this point my stomach acid kicked up again and I needed a shit really badly. I ran to the toilet and had the runniest shit I'd had in a long time. It was almost painful. Now at this point you would normally go, maybe I should lay off the lasagna for a bit, but it never occurred to me at the time that 4 meals of lasagna could produce such bad bowls. I felt better after, so quickly forgot about it. Wednesday lunchtime. Portion 5. I know it might seem crazy, but at about 2 p.m. I was hungry. I had work to get on with, but didn't have the time to cook anything and nothing to grab quickly except lasagna. So back I went. At this point half the lasagna is gone and half remains. This time the lasagna didn't taste that great. But I ate it cause I needed to have something to give some energy. I realized at the point that my stomach felt weird, like painful and uncomfortable. I made myself some coffee and expected a poo, but nothing came. Just a horrible feeling something wasn't right. Wednesday evening. Portion 6, the final portion. After finishing work I looked at the remaining lasagna. I thought, maybe it's cause I've had no salad or vegetables with it. That will make it taste better and give me something to sort my stomach out. So I made some salad, more garlic bread and the final portion. I knew immediately after eating it I had made a terrible mistake. My bowl started aching and making noises. I ran to the toilet and as my ass hit the seat, a volcano of red hot shit erupted from my anus. It was so painful, my ass was on fire. Some of the shit came out so violently that it somehow shot upwards, pebble dashing to toilet lid behind me. I don't even know how that's possible. Maybe shit collided with other bits of shit in motion and exploded. Either way, it was the worst toilet experience of my life. Then came the smell. It was delayed, almost like I was in so much pain the universe said, let's give him a minute before we hit him with the smell. It was like acid. This put red gas almost instantly made me feel sick. I wanted to run out of the toilet and seek fresh air, but the shit was still exploding out of me. I had no choice but to hold my nose and breath through my mouth, which was horrible. All I thought was, I'm getting this acidic shit smell in my mouth. After what seemed like 5 minutes of lava bursting out of me, it stopped, but at what cost? My butthole was still on fire. It's like someone was holding a lighter to my anus. The smell was so bad I had to wipe quickly and escape this hell I had created, but my anus hurt so much every wipe was like dragging sandpaper over it. I winced with every wipe and was almost in tears, and it was so messy it took a lot of wiping. I stumbled out of the toilet, like a cowboy who's been on his horse for days. I couldn't sit down, all I could do was lie on my side in bed and try to get to sleep. Thursday morning. I woke up and I could instantly feel my anus burning. Before I'd even registered I was awake. What's worse is that I needed another shit. I was terrified at this point. After yesterday I had toilet trauma. I knew there was still a portion of 2 inside me and it wasn't gonna be good. It went just how you expect. It was another foul-smelling liquid shit that each strain felt like a knife in my anus. I held onto the towel rail and forced as much out as I could each push. I figured if I can get it all done quickly it wouldn't be so bad. It kinda worked, but I think the damage was done at this point, so I painfully cleaned myself and waddled to my desk and worked standing up for the rest of the day. Thursday lunchtime. The constant pain subsided, but I still had bad gas and every fart was agony. The smell was just as bad though. Something was still rotting inside me. At least I could sit down to work now. I wasn't hungry and decided to fast for the day. I didn't dare put more food in me. Thursday evening. As I type this I'm lying in bed, on my side. I can feel the last of the lasagna on its way and I'm dreading going through this, even if it's one last time. My anus still burns when I fart and that is happening often. It's freezing cold, but I need the window open to let the smell of my approaching shit out. There's a lesson to be learned here. Don't under any circumstances eat nothing but lasagna and garlic bread for every meal for 2 days. Nothing good can come from it. Asterisk too long, didn't read, I ate nothing but lasagna for every meal for 2 days and now my anus is on fire constantly and I smell like a rotten skunk. Asterisk. Asterisk. I stopped reading at a layer of applesauce. OP, you deserve it all. IKR? Applesauce in lasagna? OP admitted he didn't refrigerate the lasagna. He lucky to have survived eating it. Wait. What? I missed that part. If this is indeed true, OP, you are the biggest idiot of the day, and you deserve the red-hot liquid lava that has been coming out of your ass for 2 days. Who leaves food out for 2 days and eats it? What the fuck? I'm wondering if this is a lesson in proper refrigeration? OP, did you leave a cheesy lasagna out on the counter for a few days? I feel like taste wouldn't degrade that much normally. OMG. I didn't think that could possibly be the case. I was wondering why the taste was getting bad. I expected it to taste better after sitting in the fridge for 2 days. It literally didn't occur to me while reading it that someone would leave a lasagna out for 2 days, because that is insane. I just thought he meant he was losing a taste for it. Dude. Please tell me you didn't leave the lasagna out for 2 days, and you put in the fridge. Especially if you made it with eggs. And included a layer of applesauce, slowly fermenting. A really nasty bacteria can grow on things like pasta that is left out. It can actually make you more sick, or even dead, than eating spoiled meat, eggs, dairy. I work in medical microbiology, and one evening one of our seniors began her on-call shift with a curry and some pre-cooked rice from a packet. B. Serious. The one and only perk to this job is being able to put a name to the dog that bit you. Wow. That just illustrates how serious it can be. OP, I've read your answers to a couple comments. Your issue has nothing to do with eating lasagna for 2 straight days and everything to do with leaving it out on your counter at room temperature for those 2 days. There are vanishingly few prepared foods you can leave at room temperature for that long. Lasagna is absolutely not one of them. The true today I effed up is not having a basic understanding of food safety. I did this exact same thing this week except for 3 days and was absolutely fine. Oh, but I did keep it refrigerated and reheated each portion before consumption. OH, and I also didn't put fucking applesauce in it.